mastermind. I didn't call out a Tesla swing, but I'm glad that's working out for you. We're looking at Tesla calls here, just Jen. I got the 350s up, but those may be too expensive for most people, like I said. So, you may want to go like 365, 370, 375s. So, if you don't want to spend $8,000-$9,000 a contract, you need to go further out of the money. But I'm gonna go 350s. And like I said, if this doesn't pull back off the open, that's fine. I'm still going to get in if this thing rips straight up to 350. Pre-market high right now is 348.60. That's going to be ideally my entry price. We can open down lower, but I just got to see here. We still got 4 minutes, so we still could pop up and break through that. But yeah, I don't want to hold on to this for a while. Ideally, I can just kind of get this scalp, catch 2, 3, 4 points, and just move on. But then again, this is a big breakout level, so maybe I'll hold a runner for a little while today or something. PLTR just kind of chilling, 127.50, right around yesterday's high. 3.5 minutes here. Okay, Elon Musk will be interviewed by Faber on CNBC today at 2 p.m. I'm guessing that's 2 p.m. Eastern. So that's interesting. Well, like contract wise, TNT, I have the 350s, but I would, for people if that's too expensive, 365s are good, 370s are good, 375s are good. But I'm looking for this 350 break here on Tesla. I really hope this doesn't go crazy here and break 350 before the open, but this thing looks ready to fly. So get ready for this. Ideally, I can see a pullback here. I might get aggressive and buy in a small position if we get kind of a quick pullback off the open, and then add to that through the pre-market high, and then let this thing go. So just be ready. Be ready, guys. Be focused. 2 minutes. Stay calm. No reason to freak out, right? You have a plan. I'm either going to play the 350 break off the open, or I'm going to see if I can buy a small position on a pullback, and then let this thing go. So PLTR is coming down. Yeah, so pre-market high and then 350 break. Minute 20. $50 seconds. $20 seconds. Come on, baby. Give me a little dip here off the open. Just a little bit. Down to like 346. Here we go. Contracts are a little bit expensive. There's a little dip there. Nice. Red to green. I'm in. Not heavy, though, because we didn't really get a real pullback. Nice wall through. Here we go. Just going to break right through it. Jeez, guys, look at that. I'm going to try to be patient with this one, though. I sold a little bit there. Could be a fake out. It's the only thing I was worried about. Contracts gained a ton of value. Look at that. That's weird. Big wick, though. I don't like that. I'm still in only a very small size, but that's to me, that's fine. It needs a little bit of a breather here before we go. Big wicks there. They added another wall. Look at this. It's about to keep going. Try to be patient with this. Don't size too heavy. I want to see them close a candle above 350 here. Wow, look at these contracts, guys. They have gained so much value. I'm barely in any size here, and I'm up pretty nice. Come on, baby. I want to see this thing keep going. NQ starting to drop. That's a little bit of a fear for me. I'm going to sell more here. 1060 a contract. Wow. Huge topside wick there, guys. I only have one contract left. I'm just going to hold on to that. Still, these contracts are juiced up. Still over $10 a contract. I mean, there's no reason anyone should be red here unless they bought above 350 or something like that. Tesla's still ready to go. I want to see if NQ can bounce up here. That's insane, man. NQ trying to go for another low of the day. It's just kind of ruining this. Once again, Tesla's got a great setup, and the overall market's kind of screwing it up. I'm going to load up, guys. I'm just going to kind of get fancy here. I'm going to load up 365 calls. I'm going to load up 360 calls on the side. Great buy up there. Look at that. I just scalped those quickly. That was almost impossible to signal there. Wow. All right, I'm selling those 350s. I'm out of those. If anyone bought extra, I'm just kind of scaling out there. I think this does have a lot more room, though. Nice. Looking for this 353 break. NQ starting to bounce. I'm going to go ahead and just take this off, though. This price action is kind of weird. NASDAQ's chopping around. I think there's still another trade here, though. I'm going to let this kind of do its thing. And if we get kind of a break and retest here at 350 or something, I may try that there. Kind of weird, but who caught that? I mean, that wasn't too bad for me. Nice, Jags. You should have done pretty well on that. That was kind of crazy, though. You know, those 350 contracts, they gained a ton of value. I guess IV went up as simply because Elon's, just kind of, I guess it got announced that he was going to speak on CNBC or something. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't make a ton there, but I mean, we're done in 4 minutes, guys. So that's all I wanted right there. But again, there may be some more scalps here. PLTRs drop, and I don't like to see that. A lot of things are dropping. So Tesla's showing overall strength here like crazy. Nice, Isaiah. Nice, TK. Nice, Mastermind. Good job, guys. Wish I sized that a little heavier, but those contracts are just kind of big and bulky. Nice, Fergie. I do have the 360 calls still loaded up on the side. I caught a little bit on those. On that third candle of the day when it dropped red and got bought up back above 350. That's it's kind of where I bought. I just sold into that 352 break. But yeah, Nvidia's down, PLTR is down, Apple's dropping off a cliff. So NQ's making lows on the day now. So I do want to be careful. So look, I'm trying to be patient here. Tesla though, look how strong this thing looks. Barely getting affected. Still not even a red candle on the day yet. Nice, Ginny G. Love it. You're killing it recently. Hims pushing up. Hims was something I was going to watch. I'm not going to chase anymore on Tesla, guys, unless I get some sort of a pullback. Nice, guys. Couple $100 on a Tuesday. I'm not mad at that at all. Hims does look kind of interesting, though, around like that 68 high. You know, through that $70 level. It's kind of making some sort of a pattern here, right? A little wedge. I don't know. Could be interesting. But wow, yeah, here goes Tesla, guys. This has a lot of room. Contracts are 1250. Wow. Yeah, but I'm already out, so obviously I hate seeing this run on me. But I didn't like how that those big wicks there. To me, that just kind of shows that sellers were present. But I don't know. Probably could have been a little more patient, given it low of the day stop loss. Great job, Fergie. You must be killing it then. That's how we do it, guys. It is 9:37 Eastern right now, and we could honestly call it a day. So, gonna miss doing this with y'all. That was awesome. Ooh, someone on Twitter even made some money. Nice. Let's go, Fergie. Great job. So look, kind of like Pookie had drawn out. May 30th is my last live trading day. It's my last day in general, but so look, pushed up here close to 355. That to me, that's good. I would like to see this pull back in closer to 350. If buyers hold that there, I'd consider trading this high of the day into 355. Wyatt made 132 at work. Okay. Just handing Wyatt free money, guys. Do I have permission to ban Wyatt for no reason? I think that makes sense. I know. Well, you trade on your phone, so glad you still made money. Yep. You better be ready to carry the couch. Wow, look at that. Quick pullback, just instantly bought up here, guys. Look at this thing go. Oh man, I can't let myself chase that. It's just a little too extended. Would like to see under 352, so it kind of just gets in there near VWAP. You know, this is where that FOMO can get you guys, right? You see a candle like that, and you get, you let the market force you to, or at least make you make an emotional decision there, and you can get in. Sure, I mean, if I get in right here, I think there's a high chance this does end up breaking 355. But you're buying contracts that are super inflated. You're only looking for a small move. What are you going to do if it pulls back? Your stop loss probably isn't going to be that tight. You know. This is where you got to be able to have that discipline and just say, you know what, I already caught it. I'm going to sit back. If it pulls back far enough and does what I want to do, great. I can trade it again. If not, I'm going to have to sit here and watch it go. But you know, that's okay. PLTR is dumping, man. I hate to see that. I was doing well pre-market and overnight. Let's see, what's that swing looking like? Still green on the swing. I'm break even on the swing now. I hate that I'm break even though at 126.30. NQ starting to push up here. Did Tesla already? Nope, Tesla hasn't done it yet. Good. Pull back for me. Let's see here. 375 call. 370s a little cheaper. There's that pullback. Look at that. Boom. That's aggressive too. Look at this. Look at that. Did something just come out? PLTR hasn't had a freaking green candle all day. I don't know. There's a nice pullback into VWAP and 350 though. Don't hold blindly, but that's why I bought next week contracts, Farouk. You know what I mean? So look, I'm not going to try to buy into a pullback here. Sure, we got a great support 350 VWAP, and I could take a starter and whatever and try to get fancy, but you know the risk there is giving up profits. When simply I could just kind of wait and see if this thing does get some more buying pressure into it, and then I can play the quick high a day scalp to 356, right? Because this could easily, if this gives up VWAP like it's doing now in 350 and market rolls over, buyers could just get all trapped up and start selling, and you can get that flush to this low of the day. So typically in a scenario like this, I would be considering buying in the VWAP, but for right now, just the way futures are moving, the way other stocks are pretty weak, to me, there's no reason to give up any of the money I just made. I haven't seen much buying volume at all on PLTR. No, it's a good candle there on Tesla though, off 350. It's a good sign. I'm making a road trip later too. Bye, Fergie. Great job. Tesla's starting to base out here pretty nicely. Yeah, I don't want to try to front run Snow or anything. It's not a stock I trade a lot, so I'm just going to let it do whatever it wants to do, and I'm going to trade it at that 195 200 level. It's kind of all I'm looking to do on that. Tesla really struggling here at 350. This is where you got to see it get bought up. Futures are just chop central. Tesla can't seem to find any buying pressure right here. NQ's rolling over. This is starting to roll over. I'm a fiscal hawk. PLTR a little bounce. Tesla again giving up 350, so I'm just gonna kind of let that do its thing. If we do bounce up, if I'm gone by the time it bounces, guys, then again, I'd be looking just to play some strength through the high of the day, through 355, and scale out. Other than that, I'm done. I mean, PLTR, I don't think it's going to see 130 today unless there's some crazy news. Chad, you said Trump was talking defense today. I think I saw you. 3 p.m. Trump call with Secretary of Defense. Okay. So maybe that'll help PLTR or hurt it. I don't know. But I think PLTR, that's awesome. Well, who knows, man? Who knows? That could be good for PLTR. I mean, PLTR, price technical wise, this thing looks ready to go, man. It looks ready to go through 130, 135. I do think 150 is in store for that. Obviously kind of depending on the overall market and if there's any news surrounding it. But wow, he's gonna go after what is it, Sam Altman, whatever. Interesting. That's the low of the day. Yeah, I think he said, yeah, or you can see, I saw that, Breckle. That came out pre-market, so I think that was why this thing was pretty strong and it helped us catch that trade. Where's that poll? How did, let's see what those poll numbers were. 0 votes for took a loss, 3 votes for only watched it, 4 votes made profit. I think that there's more of y'all that made money on that, but some of y'all have already left, it looks like. Look at that, though. That's why, I like coming in and taking my little move. Sometimes I may miss out on some of it, but I also was selling 352, 353, right? So I missed out on, about $1.50. Still caught, close to $5. And that saves me from trying to really bag hold and then you get caught in a scenario like that, I'd much rather miss out on a little bit of the move than get too greedy and give up, a huge chunk of it. Markets are dropping though, so that's going to hurt PLTR a little bit, but I'm going to just stay patient with that. I got a small position there still. Not worried. I may even add to that a little bit, but it's probably safer to just speak on that PLTR swing I got. I'm going to wait for that Secretary of Defense announcement with Trump. Nice, Nuclear, right? Guys, I love it, man. Blow up that profits chat. I got to charge my keyboard here. Yeah, I love getting out just a little early. But well, I was planning to stay here for an entire hour, guys, but that's that's why I like kind of just catching these opening trades so I can leave. I'll just hang out for another 10 minutes and then I got to get out of here. That would help me to be 30 minutes earlier today. So if there's any questions or tickers you want me to go over before I head out of here, throw them at me. If not, I'll hang out for 10 more minutes. You as well, Jenny G. Thank you, Adrian, if you're listening. It was nice. Only one in the profits chat. It's pretty disappointing, guys. Give out a good signal and y'all can't even throw it in profits chat. I'm kidding. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I'm on QQ plus for continuation down right now. What do you think? I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback today. We've been extremely strong. So, I don't know. I'm not a futures trader. Ian, if you're listening, if you have any input on that, that'd be awesome. I don't know. I know this morning you were kind of thinking we'd see a reversal, but definitely not much strength off the open this morning. So looks like sellers are in control at this point. I will, yeah. It's gonna be a day for sure. Just trying to throw my back out or something. Short 410 put support at 59.50. Yeah. Yeah, I am so interested in PLTR. I mean, obviously I hate that it's down like right here. But obviously like that, this 125 level is what I was interested in. And yesterday, PLTR and Tesla were the two biggest stocks bought by retail investors. Those are the number 1 and 2 stocks, the most inflows. So 125 is a support. If I see buyers hold 125, I like that. Maybe I buy more down here. I don't know. With Trump announcing something with the Secretary of Defense, I'm a little iffy just because, yeah, sure, that could be good, but that could also be bad, right? For PLTR. So I don't want to add into something that has a chance of dropping aggressively. So I'll probably stay where I am right now, Isaiah. But if you're in a really small position, then this may not be harm in adding down here, right? 125 is a buy spot, right? That was kind of my idea. So I love the way this is moving pre-market. I love the way it moved yesterday. I don't love the way it's moving so far, but we just came down. Buyers definitely just stepped up here at 125. I'm just gonna kind of be patient with it. If it's I don't want to create some sort of big swing trade on this and take a loss on it. Then my day trade has to make up for that. I'd rather just kind of be small sized here and just let this really and just hold on to the small position, all the way for 135 if we can get it. So just kind of a waiting game now. But this is definitely where I want to see it bounce. And this could easily get back to high of the day. It's not like it's down a ton. So we'll see. But that's about all I got. It's going to go up or down. Probably not in a circle, I would bet. Ticker Dollar General. Yeah, I can look at it real quick. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. Nice little move today. Been very, very strong. I don't know exactly why, but it looks like this is kind of moving up into earnings. So they have earnings on June 3rd. You know, what what are you looking for there, Just Jen? Are you looking for? It looks like actually we're in a gap here, so this is a pretty solid looking gap trade. Yeah, look at this. So I think this could. Yeah, I mean it's moving well. You may be a little bit late in this move, but if you buy further out expiration of calls, then I wouldn't be surprised to see 110 on this. 105 in a couple days. But earnings are coming up, so yeah, I mean, yeah, the volume isn't great on it. I don't know, it's not really like my style, so I don't, it's hard for me to comment on stuff and give any sort of opinion on things like that. But small, look, at the end of the day, guys, you got to kind of find your own style, and that's in as long as you use proper risk management, you're not risking your entire account, you're risking a reasonable amount, you can do whatever you want, right? That's the only thing I ask is use proper risk management, because then you'll stay in the game long enough to be able to kind of craft your own way of trading that you like. So anyways, yeah, any other questions or tickers? Yeah, PLTR bounced up pretty nice. If that gets over 127, that was kind of the resistance level yesterday. If it gets back above 127 today, I think it has a high chance of getting back to that high of the day. But we'll see. Calls on Ethan. Tesla, wow, look at that. I mean, total V-shaped reversal there. But yeah, let's keep an eye on PLTR today. I don't, I'm gonna be busy, but guys, if it reaches your max risk or whatever, then don't bag hold it for no reason. I'm just in small, looking to kind of front run a breakout if I can get it. That's it. Nothing too fancy. Wish I sized up on that Tesla trade though, but those candles were a little. Those wicks were kind of crazy, huh? Yeah, so if PLTR can get above VWAP here, then above 127, that may help it get moving. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I know this is a much shorter stream than typical, but I got a long day ahead of me, so I'm glad we caught a pretty beautiful trade here to start the day. I got long car rides, so I mean, I'll have my phone and whatnot to answer y'all if you need me throughout the day. But yeah, that's all I got. So thank you all for being here. It looks like half of everyone already left too, so they took their money and ran. So I'll take care. And again, Tuesday night free lesson is moved to Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Look at gold. Wow, gold popping. Ian, I don't know if Ian's listening or not. I'll text him. But all right, guys, y'all have a good one. Thank you again. Bye-bye.